two, one.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming back to another recording of Foul Ball Safety Now Talks. I'm Jordan Scott. April 15th. April 15th, it's tax day. It's also Jackie Robinson Day throughout professional baseball. He wore number 42, and all baseball players, I think, will be wearing number 42 today in remembrance of Jackie Robinson and what he represented. I'm a big baseball guy in general. Um, I grew up in New York City. I was a New York Met fan, but my father was a Brooklyn Dodger fan. And Jackie Robinson was an inspiration to my father and a lot of people growing up in Brooklyn. And a very important legacy. I think his legacy is very important, obviously. I rarely get into, the particulars of the game or specifics about particular guys because we're here to talk about foul ball safety, which we will. But I felt like I could just acknowledge that. I just thought of it a few minutes ago. Um, Foul ball safety now started about 7 years ago in 2019. I saw something very disturbing on the news. And for the last 7 years, I've been working with an investigative reporter by the name of Brendan. And we've been uncovering and finding and archiving so many things that America doesn't know about. And that includes interviewing victims, that includes even interviewing many baseball players, that includes making publicity statements, flying airplanes over ballparks, and even recently, as of 2 weeks ago, a few weeks ago in Arizona, I had something in Arizona, a setup like an image of Shohei Ohtani. He's the face of American baseball these days. He's an international player from Japan. He's been in America for a while, and he's an international star. And he had a moment last year during the World Series where he hit a line drive and he thought he hurt somebody, and he had this cringeworthy moment where he put his hands over his head like he hurt somebody. So we thought that was a very interesting image to capture and have set up in an outdoor mall, so people would actually walk up to this cardboard cutout, life-size cardboard cutout, and stop and do selfies with it, and then get a link to the website through the hashtag or something, and people would visit the website. So we're just trying to do things to put this issue on the map. It's worthy of all of our time. Baseball players, it's weighing on them because when they come to me recently, I've been putting up posts on platforms like Indeed, incentivizing guys to get other guys together so they could learn about foul ball safety now and talk about this issue in a safe place. Brendan and I have interviewed more than 30 baseball guys. That was more formal, and they knew they were being recorded for our eventual book or book series. This is much different. This is just guys opening up about the issue, maybe for the first time. It's been weighing on their minds. I'm hearing things like every time I swing the bat, I have anxiety, or when it's kids' nights, my feelings really spike. Or one guy was telling me MLB is promoting their game in Europe and they don't even have netting above the dugout. So I'm in constant touch with people. People love baseball. And I think the young guys or any guy who plays the game like Shohei Ohtani ultimately do want to play the game free and clear. Unfortunately, there's obstacles in the way, and the obstacles are beginning a conversation, and we need to get this conversation going. And once the conversation starts rolling along, I think we'll all come up with ideas, and there'll be architects, engineers, and designers ready to step in all places and create a baseball civilized society that we all deserve. No more surprises, no more people like Brianna, who's with us today, who may have not known much about this issue a year and a half ago. Uh, People like her who have kids or almost 2 years old, they should know exactly where to park, not only inside the ballpark where there's situations that affect people from balls and bats, but outside. Because Modesto, California, we got a call from a lawyer. And unfortunately, that was a sad situation because a woman was outside. Anywhere from 1 to many balls are hitting the pavement within 3 to 4 hours, and that's not acceptable. It's either gonna hit the pavement or the window or the person like it did, and that's not cool, and this is the way business is operating. We just did a Google Earth of college fields based on wasn't even involved with any of the colleges up until about a year ago when I got contacted by a Queens College student. So I was 6 years working just on professional ballparks and finding out what's happening at major league ballparks and 169 other professional ballparks that I know of, which was a total of 199 fields. And yeah, those 169 fields, balls hit in pavement like it did in Modesto, California, where it hit this lady in the head. And colleges, this Queens College student in New York contacted me. People can see the website Foul Ball Safety Now, and you'll see that a student athlete called me or contacted me and said, "Hey, man, we should talk." And we did. He said, Google Earth Queens College, which I did. And it showed there's an elementary school right by the field. And these balls are going over the sides. And these kids are concerned. These young guys are concerned. I don't blame them. And 4 letters later, we did get a response on letter number 1, but you have to keep on writing. 4 letters later, we got a response from the student reporter from the Queens newspaper. I got a quote from the athletic director, and we want the NCAA to know that we're watching what's happening over there now. We're beginning because there's tons more action going on in college than there are in MLB. MLB has 900 guys. The other professional leagues may have 5,000 guys, give or take. College has 50,000. So ever since the Queens College student got involved with me and connected with me, recently we just Googled Earth, like 46 fields, divisions 1, 2, and 3. And they're all synonymous. I don't know all, but most seem to have been synonymous with parking lots and why one or more are coming out and hitting pavement or window or people in heads. And that's business as usual. That's not fair to people like Brianna. They should know exactly where to park, where to walk, and where to sit. The netting has always been compromised inside, and now we gotta worry about outside? Well, at least I'm learning more about it, and I had firsthand experience more than 20 years ago, so maybe people may say, "Hey, it was always in there, Jordan, you just now this current situation to bring it out." But it's come up from time to time in the last 20 years. I was in Brooklyn, New York, was standing outside in Coney Island where the Cyclones play. Brooklyn Cyclones, named after the famous ride in Coney Island, the Cyclones. And we're just standing outside on Surf Avenue, and a ball just comes out and hits this young person who was right in the forearm on a fly. So kind of knew that was there all along. But this is no way to conduct a business. And we want change, we want conversation. And it's great that we have guests that are learning about this. And one more situation that's coming up soon. Brendan and I are very excited. We believe this will be our first book, a little known trial, because I got contacted by a lawyer, major league team. This is a video. We have an ESPN game where the bat actually goes into the stands. You see the mother turn and it hits the baby. It hits the mother and baby. And yes, there was a commotion. Maybe the announcer said a few words. Maybe you saw some of the team attendants around the mother. Long story short, 7 years later, I get a call from an attorney who's in the middle of this case for years. And Brendan helped them prepare for trial, which ended up being settled. But the team should have been rallying around this family the day it happened. And instead, his family was all alone, like a lot of us would be in the middle of the night at an emergency room, hoping for the best care. I'm hoping the kid got the best care possible, but it would have been nice peace of mind knowing that the billionaires were putting their billionaire connections to work and getting the right doctors to this family. This kid grew up nonverbal. Now, would have the outcome been different if there were these so-called better doctors? It would have been more peace of mind knowing that the team was there. Instead, this family had to lawyer up and find an attorney. And unfortunately, this kid is nonverbal. Maybe he's in the 2nd grade now. And there was a settlement, and the firm that called me, they got their millions, I'm sure, and the firm that represented MLB, they got their millions, and this family did not get much for pain and suffering. I don't think they got anything, and I think this kid gets basic care. So, we want everyone to know that there's always been conditions and strings attached to the game experience inside and out. Most people, I think, are still under the image of it's been unconditional fun, apple pie, let's have a great old time. Unfortunately, there will be people affected by this, and we are happy to bring on our guest on that note. Brianna, how are you?
Doing great, Jordan.